Hey guys, we're back. Back to what I was saying. We try to keep our workplace clean to the best of our ability, you know? We just try, because we don't want to... We want to follow the rules, and we want to follow the... Because, guys... It might not sound like a big deal to, like, clean, like, your workplace, especially when you're working in a kitchen. It's a big deal. You do not want the inspectors on your ass. They see one thing wrong and they're like, yeah, and they write you up for that. That's not good. We had this guy call in health inspectors, and yeah, he doesn't have a job anymore. He called them on us, and he's no longer welcome at our restaurant. At all. He's not even allowed to eat there. If we see him, we tell him to get the fuck out, because he almost shut us down, which sucked, but thank God he didn't. Or thank God they didn't shut us down. Thank God. And a lot of guys at our place just gotta learn to keep their mouths shut about certain things, you know? Because it can really screw us over. It's not that we're doing anything bad, but it could be bad for our business if people found out. Again, we're not doing anything illegal or anything bad. It's just certain things happen, and it could cause problems, you know? Yeah, it's tough, you know? It's tough. Working, I'm not even working that much, and I shouldn't be complaining about how much I'm working. But I get it. It's tough for our workers to work, like, the shifts they're working, and I feel bad for them because I don't even do that much shifts. They're like, nah, don't be. I'm like, no, I do feel bad. I should be pulling my own more and doing more days, but I can't because of my things and my disabilities and stuff like that, which sucks, but it's just the way things are. Believe me, if I wasn't on the thing that I was on right now, my family would be screwed, because we'd be paying a ton more for stuff and other things, and we just don't got the money to pay for certain things. Not that we do, it's just we're not struggling, but I wouldn't say we're like in a good spot either. You know, we get paid, but it's, I don't know, it's hard to explain. I'm gonna avoid that subject now. So, anyways, speaking of other things, I've been watching a lot of anime recently, and a lot of good animes actually come out. I remember in the past I said I'd never watch isekai. What am I watching most of the time now? Fucking isekais. And a lot of them are actually really good, I can't lie. I'm like a big fan of isekai, but I'm not a fan of, like, Sword Art Online. I mean, I can agree, it could have... You know what I agreed on? And I think a lot of my friends agreed on? They should have just stopped. Kirito should have been done with. The character Kirito should have stopped showing up around the second season. And that should have been his story over, and then they should have moved on with a different character. Because it just became so... I don't know. I feel the character is worn out his welcome, in my opinion. And it's just... And a lot of people felt that. And when a new character did show up to Sword Art Online, I don't even think people watched it. And if they did, good for them. And if it's good, good for them. It's just... I can't sit back and watch Sword Art Online anymore. It's just... I know some people like it. I get it. But I can't. I'm not trying to shit on people for liking it. And I think even some people agree, Kirito outweighed his welcome. He should have been out the door by Season 2. At the end of Season 2. They should have focused on a different character for Season 3, and Season 4, and Season 5, and Season 6. because I felt like it would have done it more better. I get it, Kirito's a big in Japan, but in the US, it just didn't. He wore down his welcome, is what I'm trying to say. I mean, granted, he was there, and they were focusing on different characters, but there was just no point. Well, anyways, I've been watching this series called Re-Monster. Oh my god, it's so good. I've actually read the webcomic before the comic on YouTube before it became an anime, and so did my brother. And we're like, man, we hope this becomes an anime, and it did. And we were really happy because it's one of our favorites. Because essentially, it's about this guy, in his old life, he was a human, but his skill was, if he eats people with different abilities, he can gain those abilities. And then he dies, gets reincarnated as a goblin, and then keeps that same skill. And so he eats other monsters and beings to gain skills. And I think that's a really cool thing. Even though he ended up eating an elf, which was kind of fucked up. But, you know, survival of the fittest. And later down the line in the series, he's gonna build, like, an actual, like, nation of monsters, which I think is really dope. And he ends up with this harem. And this harem have children, and it's just... I think their series tackles that whole harem thing better than most harem animes do. So yeah. Oh, what's another one? Oh, One Piece. One Piece is getting fucking good, I'll say this much. I'm reading the manga, I'm watching the anime, and oh my god, it's getting so good. I can't spoil too much about the manga if you guys don't read the manga, but holy crap, it's getting intense. And stuff's getting revealed, and it's getting good. Where I am on the manga right now is chapter 1113. Might even be 1114. Yeah, I know, there's a lot of chapters, but... Guys, if you think about it, you can... If you guys saying, oh, it's too long, Naruto and... I'm gonna say this. JoJo and Detective Conan are longer than One Piece. I'm not even joking. If you've read all of Detective Conan, and you've read all of JoJo, JoJo is longer than One Piece. By pages and by chapters. So it's like, why not check out One Piece? I mean, yeah, granted, it's going to be a long journey, but by the time you get through it, you're going to be like, man, this is really fucking short. And honestly, I hate people who skip Skypiea, because that arc is actually canon, and it's really important to the story. Not so much Long Ring Longland, even though that's canon too. But Skypiea is really important to the overall lore of the series. So I would definitely give it a check out in the anime and the manga when you got a chance. And man, just the arcs in general are so good. Like, with story and character development-wise, they're so good. Like, the way he writes is incredible. And then he's got his editors who also help him. I mean, heck, think about this, guys. If it weren't for one of the editors saying, oh, add the supernovas, One Piece would be a lot different right now compared to how it would be. It would be different now than it would be without them. With them. Because think about it. A lot of the story like, later on has to do with the supernovas, all of them. So it's like very integral that that editor. I'm glad the editor made them exist. Because hell, I'm not gonna say too much, but one of the supernovas is a daughter to one of the 7 warlords. That's all I'm gonna say. If you've already caught up to that point, I'll just say it straight up. I'm gonna give you a spoiler warning. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you good? Did you click out of the video? If you did, okay, good. Jewelry Bonnie is the daughter of Bartholomew Kuma. I'll keep the video running a little longer. But yeah, so it's not it wasn't explained in the anime how, but in the manga it was, and I'm not gonna spoil too much. But essentially, they are father and daughter, and that's that. And right now in the anime, Kuma's making his way somewhere. We don't know where. I know where he's going. But to the anime-only watchers, they're like, where the fuck is he going? And I'm like, just wait. Oda's cooking. Let him cook. Let him cook! And I remember watching The Elders for the first time, and I'm like, man, these guys don't do fucking shit. And then when I watched other animes where old men, like final boss old men, are cracked, and I'm just like, don't tell me these old men are actually fucking like really strong. And I was right. They are very strong. The 5 elders. You don't want to fuck with these guys, okay? Listen. All I'm saying, when you get to a certain point in the anime, there's a reason why they're the leaders of the world. And why they have such power and authority. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, after this battle, I'm going to end the video. Come on, come on. I won! Alright, I'll see you guys later with another game. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Remember, guys, stay crispy and dry, what is wet. Peace.